And now they have a chance to finally make it back, find some redemption from what was a failed attempt all the way back then.
So for G2, 14 rounds. That's what they're looking for here. They've leveled up though, of course. It's Icy already in the showers, and the play off the flash is perfect. Trent's there with a 1-2 punch. Loud now just down to the two of them. They're going to make this adjustment over towards B, where Leaf lies in wait.
What a great pinch immediately from G2, and it's now Leaf to fend off these last two players on the site. saadhak is going to hit a few headshots here. Trent and Icy are relatively low, and valyn with no armor, one headshot could take him down, but of course, this would be a miracle from him early on.
They got util though. Dizzy out first. Paint shell's also available, but not necessary.
Back hookah and octagon as well. They've now cut noise and are just contacting up cauanzin. That isn't going to end up being the case. Trent actually goes down, trying to peek for a bit of information, and that was on Loud's rotate back to A.
Tough to make that stinger sing at that kind of range. So saadhak spots at least one of the players that was sent into hookah after that first pick was found by Loud. Now though, looks like they want to land on A. Icy trending back towards the side here is the flash. Forced back behind the smoke. There's cauanzin waiting for it. So Icy and valyn to work with here. Pretty inauspicious bonus round from G2. Have to let this one go though if needs must. Now valyn in the smoke, very common. Cryo loves this particular play, for example. Will burst out and QCK silence.
Sometimes you'll see the Cypher, like Moose likes to play that, which actually did against Loud the last time they played Bind. But playing Bind here and Icebox.
Flashpoint as well to get them on the road. QCK now satcheling over towards the side, goes over the top there, back U-Haul. valyn brought down. Nice little opening here from Loud. QCK brimming with confidence. Even when not playing well, he's always going in. Trent though finds a tight angle. And the plant interrupted for the time being here. Loud have to now find another option to get this one down. Guiding light from JonahP here to lead them out onto the site. Trent doubled up, and Icy also still playing from showers. That's somewhere that Loud have not cleared. It may rear its head in just a moment. Dizzy in, saadhak out, but the fire back from Loud is impressive. Just Leaf to work with now. It's a pretty darn good breeze to blow him into the right spot here. Down to 56 in a 1v3. And Let's will be waiting on that line to clean
second again from Loud, 3 in a row.
Icy here in showers, posted up there, but about run into less. Okay, QCK pops his head in. Tiles and masonry flying everywhere as the show shopper found its mark. valyn, nice little pop there out of TP, but tuyz was there to trade. Into the back of the site, you'll notice QCK has gotten himself to Trent's going to use showers as a staging ground to unleash Thrash. QCK almost ahead of it, but going to get caught out. There's no one there to really follow it up though, as Trent is crossing the site, but nowhere near close enough. Oh! Rolling Thunder interrupted. saadhak had no opportunity to let go of that one, and Leaf is going to win out against tuyz.
Round for naught.
Viper's been here towards B long. So Loud do opt to take that early challenge, but won't find any challengers. QCK walks straight into that one, and Leaf.
It's a risk to push into a Viper's pit like that.
That's QCK for you.
Yeah, but I mean, frankly, it's, I think, extremely tough when you don't have a Sky, you don't have the dog to go in there, you don't have a Gecko. Could use a wingman in a situation like that. Some of the teams that are running Fade, you'll have a Prowler for a situation like that. And with this Loud comp, getting through a Viper's pit is just not easy. saadhak at least able to get one back, though.
Not bad. Something to work with here for Loud, at least. But Trent has the timing.
30 seconds left.
valyn will give him an option, but
So quickly on that agent.
reflank brewing for G2. All right. Aftershock trying to create a bit of space here, and in come Loud. QCK posting up on top of the shack. JonahP is going to wait inside this smoke. Playing just outside of elbow. Orbital strikes. Both thrown down here, pummeling the ground and nothing else. Here's a ticket from saadhak, not a stick. Fault line towards elbow.
Great
Timing is
stun.
great with the smoke coming down.
Wow.
saadhak is able to capitalize there. Now things look a little bit awkward for G2. All of a sudden, Let's ready to receive this reflank is going to be at least good for one here. But by no less, often
He was in that nice position.
show up on B long. All comes down, and they're ready for it. The flash out, valyn follows it up. And now they'll fall back behind the wall here, but maybe leave a piece or two set up an octagon. Both flash initiators here. JonahP will dog to clear. Loud, here it come down. And they don't opt to refill that space again.
No, those players on A were just so passive that the duo of cauanzin and Les were able to just contact up, get a lot of space now, get into this site. And cauanzin has taken a really deep position here, back site.
So much util for the post plant for that KO. Didn't have to spend it getting in.
I'm waiting to see if anyone will be able to help him. Alright, he does back up into lamps, a bit safer unless he's gonna put that pit down crucially.
And it comes down, Les unleashes it. saadhak here just waiting for the double swing out from Showers. Here comes Icy at the same time. Can they make a pincer happen? Nothing to see here with the showstopper, but still plenty of time to work with it. Les receives Leaf. He's trying to wrap around. Molly to the side now, already loud with the post-plant architecture being set up. 3 versus 3, but it's time for Thrash to make an appearance. cauanzin gets there, Icy out of the picture. We did have a connection off that Thrash. JonahP can't get up any further, and now it's Trent. 1 HP to work
later, and you can see again, when JonahP doesn't hear anything, he's going to use that utility. And with it gone now, Loud using that breach ultimate to scale into the site quickly. QCK all the way in the back already. G2 relegated to getting into retake positions here, but QCK so aggressive, so much confidence from this man. It's what Loud have needed for weeks, and in the past 2, he's really stepped up for the squad.
Yeah, just that element that's so hard to predict for any of Loud's opponents. That, though, looked a little bit more deterministic. Walking out the smoke, there was a molly at their feet.
1 enemy remaining.
And G2 get burned to a crisp. Only Trent here. And cauanzin wants to pursue. Blood in the water, and Trent's giving him nothing.
Crucial for Trent to save the gun at this
I
point.
can hear the crowd. Keep running.
I mean, the economy is just cracked at this point. Oh, and
The jig is up, my friend.
Tui's heard those footsteps. Trent's on the angle, and he's gonna go, you know, make a bit of a distraction perhaps with the utility, but seems to just be watching for the push out. And now this full execute is gonna come in on the A side.
GCK dead. No double satchel, notably. Doesn't get to the back of the site.
30
Wants to
seconds
play in front of these smokes. Tuyz brought down. That's Leaf in
Spike
heaven.
planted.
Posing a little bit of an issue here for Loud. saadhak, flashpoint. Oh, the little fake pick, and Les is going to be there to follow it up. Nice little 2-piece there, the 1-2 punch for Loud. And here's that flank. May happen a little late. QCK doesn't have a good way to employ that showstopper, so that'll go for naught. Valyn's able to repost up in heaven, but it's about Trent and Jonah here. Making the way down short. cauanzin sets a flash up there, but Valyn's good for 2. Now it's on QCK. They've got a good idea that he's there. Still have eyes elsewhere. They don't have that Showers control, but tuyz might be looking to concede it here if things don't go right. Snake bite. Oh, and Leaf wins it out. That is massive for G2. Leaf can move on in, but the rest of G2 are already off to the races now, moving down short. saadhak beats a hasty retreat. Aftershock to cover his tracks. He's going to set up across the site now as Trent gets his plant going.
30 seconds
And at
left.
the same time, gonna recover that Dizzy to have it for just a bit later on. Could be a crucial piece of utility to explode back in while those Loud players are tapping the spike, trying to get the defuse.
They are absolutely ready for this. QCK wants to step up. Does have some utility here to try and draw something out, but actually wants to drive face sleeve. And he falls quickly. Still 4 to deal with on G2's side. The wall comes down.
Look
The
at
show
that.
starts. There's Les trying to make something happen. But a Thrash here towards B long might open this right up. saadhak doesn't know where to look. Wesley gave him a clue, but he didn't have nearly enough time. Well, sometimes better to be lucky than good. But Les gets traded out by Icy, who finds his second, and they are all over this site like moss on a rock, Wyatt.
And Les feeling himself, wanted to go for a second as well. Could have slipped away into the smoke, but wanted to get the advantage for his team. And now it's resulted in a man disadvantage.
We are out of dodge.
They are getting out of there. The Thrash recovered as well. They know they really don't have a shot there. A reasonable buy-up. And then the push is going to come through
Scout
Hookah.
destroyed.
Okay, still a 4-line from cross map. But not really going to bother anyone. Icy is in. QCK affected here by a lot of the mollies, but it's forced to play inside tube. It's easy for Icy. saadhak here. Flash, aftershock to try and create some space in Hookah, and he's done so.
Planted.
But G2 now entrenched up on this B site. 3 players back-to-back heading into elbow. They're going to overwhelm Les. He can't hope to challenge this. And G2 aren't done. They still want a piece of this action, and Les, well, unable to find any. tuyz though elsewhere. Doing some serious work here. saadhak still inside Hookah. tuyz coming through that spawn side. He's going to run straight into Trent's crosshair, but the forward line is going to make it impossible. Setting up another for tuyz. That's 3. Icy. Talk about Breach being more set up oriented and less fluid, but that was a moment.
Look at this. They just push all the way out of long Loud. They just explode past that brimstone smoke, but just suffer one loss for their troubles.
But the loss is great. That's QCK already out of the picture. Again, aggressive probes on both extremities in this round for Loud. They have a decent amount of info off this, at least.
Yeah, I mean, they absolutely know that this is coming through short. They're just hoping to have this three-pronged retake. Multiple angles at the same time. Some delay as well from the Brimstone for the flankers to get in better positions here.
They've done so, making their way. But Leaf is here, he's waiting for it. Can't complete any of those kills, but he's going to try and hold saadhak into his bay. But saadhak was still able to find a kill down towards short. valyn, though, responds. Trent here fancies a bit of the 1 versus 1. No, Leaf's joined him, in fact. Dangerous for tuyz, hard to win out. cauanzin spots 2, he knows there's 2 inside U-Haul. Or rather, just 1, and JonahP on the other side of that wall. valyn wards him off with a spray. Les now wants to step up as looks like cauanzin has gotten out. That's the plan for Loud. They're going to give this one up. They try for something cute on B long. It doesn't pay off.
Definitely best for them to save right now. They're actually going to be able to get a buy into the next round with 2 rifles being saved. So smart for them, and frankly, no other real options here heading into the next. Looking at some of the ults at the moment, you can see
being spent.
Fire in the hole!
Here's the showstopper though, Icy wasting no time. Dizzy at his flank. In we go, and he knew cauanzin was operating near showers. Trent also not half a step behind, is able to find a second. Beautiful explosion from G2. And again, Loud are forced into a situation where they have no foothold outside of tuyz. And that one got extinguished awful quick, Wyatt.
not even necessary at this point, but that wingman does give Trent the thrash. Won't have to use it in this round, can save it for that thrash online.
Oh yeah, definitely G2's playground right there. Molly's gonna slow off the fast hit. tuyz wants to fill the space behind this. Oh! Jackpot finds Icy. cauanzin also gonna be there. The fault line will dissuade any attempt to trade or follow up on those kills. tuyz doesn't have a comfortable spot to be. Oh my goodness, front and center. It's an easy pick off for Leaf. That's a 4v4 now. But cauanzin catches JonahP slipping. Just walking his way out of showers.
And this is just confidence, gusto from Loud. Could they have taken a safer chance perhaps and just...
Such a fast flank on Hookah, should it be relevant? What did the Seekers tell?
I mean, the Seekers tell that that flank is coming, and it's got them scared, that's for sure. Pressure on less, though, as the players descend from Hookah. Oh my god, what a transfer. That is absurd from Loud's star player.
And we flip the map. Loud coming from those flanking positions now, and no need to hurry at this stage. Leaf, though, just better than cauanzin there. QCK and tuyz had to explode, but there's pressure from Octagon and they're not ready for it. Somehow making the correct estimate of his position and then running away is the only thing he can do. He's done it.
And that allows teams to be able to push down out of Hookah, push down out of short, flank through market, and not be exposed by, you know, back when there used to be that. I mean, way back when.
Anticipated.
Wow, look at this aggression from him. It's a dangerous spot, pushed up too far where he could get traded out, couldn't get back behind the wall to satchel away or pick up another angle. G2 are going to accelerate off the back of that into the site.
This G2, man, that's something else. Here's the wingman getting on in. Trent having a fantastic map so far. cauanzin no chance to do too much to disrupt earlier on. Rolling Thunder, Trent hit by it, as he's Icy. Nothing he could do about the swing out of U-Haul. It's his ultimates now, getting thrown in by Loud. They know it's such an important round. Their economy is so shaky. And they've been able to secure it here.
Fantastic. KO.
They are doing it again. QCK holding it, holding it, holding it! Leaf is down. He's still caught in the corner though. We'll have to satchel across if he's brave. Doesn't know he needs to check the left, and valyn is going to be there. So it plays out just like it did in the prior round as a 1-for-1. cauanzin though, the second layer of defense, this time can actually trade. G2 don't have a plant yet. Wingman was disrupted. Now they're going to do it the old-fashioned way. tuyz won't see anything for the wall there. It's a brief attempt at a spray and nothing more. Jonah checks the flank. He will get some action. cauanzin in a swing. He has a knife out. Jonah can't recover in time. And G2 are down to 2 players. Playing off the back of the side. Icy's good for it. saadhak is down. Now the 2v2, but Les has other plans. Trent holding on. It's Trent. Can he get there? To be long. They're gonna push the smoke even. Let's try to throw some shots in behind them. But that's devastating. Oh, it's devastating for G2.
Toxin screen down.
And that time
hard.
it works out perfectly for Loud. They brought that one out earlier in the half. It didn't work as intended, but this time the swings more decisive, the trades there more aggressive. Tuyz in trouble. Almost threw his life away, caught by the molly and the dizzy, but Les picks up the angle, and it's just a weak Leaf left alone.
Here.
Take a weak breeze to blow that Leaf. A lot of eyes on him. He's had a great map. It's gonna take more though. Oh, no.
Great knife.
Instantly shuts the thrash down. Leaf pulls out. Icy though onto the side with the showstopper. He still went for it in the end. Tuyz keeping himself out of harm's way as the showstopper whizzes past his left ear. saadhak finds Icy, but valyn is going to be there. Cauanzin punished by the orbital strike. It's going to be saadhak eventually falling. Tuyz challenges inside hookah. It's a 1-for-1. Two players on either side left to go. QCK showstopper a little slow. And G2 straight through the TP, a beeline for A.
Leaf right now, oh my god, they could play this so well. Jonah can plant, get the Seekers. Leaf right now is the pit down. Huge advantage coming into the end, really heads up. Small play from Jonah that's gonna pay off massively. They know about this QCK flank now. He wanted to get in behind and shower, made irrelevant by the Seekers.
His timing's off too. He's way behind Les.
There.
G2 are gonna wait. Les pings it. Oh, okay, he gets into U-Haul. There was no pick up. Oh my god! Why did I do it? How did I?
Starting on the attack side. Less over here towards B. Curiously, not the harbor here, where you typically get to see that wall, but things made easy. No three players are in the vicinity. So pressure now onto cauanzin, who stepped up massively last week against Sentinels to anchor back in this site.
See Cascade thrown up towards screens by G2. saadhak still wants to try and play around this box, and it's good, it's beautiful. Need a bit more, and he's always got extra pockets. Oh, still on the right side of sanity. This is spotted cauanzin. Valyn able to pick that one up there. There's a dash away and an immediate repost because it's QCK, and who else would go for it? Trent in trouble.
How does he get out? How does he slip away?
It's criminal! Criminal. G2's by. Going horribly awry in the early stages of this round. They're going to pick up the pieces now and cobble together a push towards this B side. Okay.
Now the advantage of having that Gecko, the wingman, coming in to try and get the spike down, but with the wall up, it's perfectly placed for saadhak to deny.
They're taking liberty after liberty. Don't go into the cove. Okay, saadhak thinks about it briefly. And here is the flank. Les is right on time. He simply arrives exactly when he means to. G2 are on the approach. It'll be Leaf with first contact. cauanzin just hold them one down for the boys! I'm wondering just how far up they've gotten because they don't have a presence over there by yellow.
Reckoning committed as well, just to try and force these Loud players back to get some space into the site here.
Out they come. Reckoning about to expire. saadhak can't interrupt the plant here. It will be Tuyz though, found Leaf. Was elsewhere. There was a catch there by the thrash. JonahP eventually finds his spot to explode down mid. Now going to be on that wrap to join the rest of G2, not opting to take mid proper. Our drone will be illuminating. valyn spotted. Now can't hold that angle. He's thinking about it. saadhak!
Oh, come on. How does he get away with that, man?
Astonishing. And look at this. The lockdown. What a spot for it. Loud. Cascade's going to get them, but QCK sees all that he needs to. Rapidly now trying to reposition backwards. Lit by the recon. Back behind the high tide. This will be a full retake setup for Loud now as QCK is shoved away.
10 seconds left.
Valyn low on
Spike
HP.
planted.
Close position here for Trent into the site. Dangerous though. cauanzin gonna drone and probably clear close as well. And he just caught Trent, and saadhak capitalizes off of it to get the man advantage. Recon back yellow is going to expose Valyn as well.
He's low! So low! 3 HP in a dream for Valyn, but he's still able to find his. That's big. G2 forced to play up the side for the most part. QCK dancing in the nano swarm, and the cove goes up. Who is going to interrupt this? QCK off of it. Icy versus QCK. The reckoning though still in play, but Loud don't have enough time. G2, tooth and nail, have gotten
To go through into the playoffs of the Omega group. If Loud take it, they'll be the ones through. QCK, early fight onto B. Great shot with the operator.
Yeah, Cascade comes now, way too late. It won't bring back Icy, but it will at least get them over towards B again. High Tides exchange once more. Loud again, have to respect this.
Cove gonna go down for the safe plant, but actually not gonna plant inside of it. Gives Trent a little bit of space to play off of and hold that angle up top, and the pit comes in from JonahP as well. Trent, look at how far back he is. He has the Hunter's Fury in case things get scrappy. Can pull that one out to close the round out.
Cauanzin here, there are heads turned in his direction. Spots Trent, he wasn't looking.
Brother.
JonahP there on top of that container, inside the pit still. Recon to try and light it up. Cauanzin eventually drops here. QCK dives in the shorty. Doesn't quite have the height. And now Loud have to pull out. G2 have done it. That's 13 rounds over the series for them. At the very least, they've achieved the tiebreaker. Some headroom is important.
We could get the decibels up on the next Let's Go.
All right, that's a recon cleared early. Less.
Yay. Pushed up so far on B.
The risk of making noise, though, if he doesn't anticipate Leaf to be on the other side of that wall. He's got to see some action!
And it was just...
Information here in a moment. And realizes how close he was to getting a free haircut. That Cascade comes down. QCK's wondering where these shots are coming from. Blades pulled out. He's ready for close quarters.
Really taking a risk there for a moment with the positioning was QCK. No dash online.
Big fight from
saadhak
Jonah. Big
is
fight.
re-wrapped into kitchen. It seems like he's sniffing this out, aware that a player could have worked up all the way through kitchen into this position. He had the turret there, obviously. Broken.
QCK's done.
left.
He's cooked! Jonah finishes the job. A little haphazard, but still effective. And there it is, G2. In that 2 versus 1. Les on a bit of a late flank.
Spike planted.
Icy can't win that one out, and Les is very healthy now to take this last challenge.
He has the Viper's Pit, but Leaf is the one with the lockdown. Going to be some serious delay here. Is he just going to get right on and take the fight? There's
Lockdown,
just
though.
no way he's got to get out of the way of this lockdown,
Got it.
or he does get it just a damn near a kill per round when he's on Killjoy.
That's duelist level. Speaking of which, look at this aggressive play from Loud over towards the A side. G2 are decimated. What do you have to work with now?
Remaining.
Valyn there, falling away, so it's up to Trent. God, it's been a tough attacking half of this G2 outfit. It has been brutal. Trent's going to swing this and see an assailant right on the other side of the wall here. Who's got the quicker trigger finger? Time to find out.
Oh yeah, monster.
Okay, here comes a thrash. It's sent on in. Icy not getting what he came for, though. Cauanzin's Hunter's Fury. Not even a scratch on G2 after that one. This time it's tuyz. In kitchen as saadhak is playing closer to Boiler. 410 positioning denied.
And that attacking Silver Drone was committed to try and root Les out of the pit, get a tag on him, hopefully spray him down, but it did not.
JonahP. Not a good way to start the round. The plant comes in, though. Awkward position for it. G2 are going to take what they can get here. Thrash 2, Electric Boogaloo. This time hits the mark, and they're able to follow it up. Now the pit will come down. Reckoning popped. A problem now for Loud in this retake scenario as saadhak gets the hot foot. Icy finds another. G2. It's just QCK now to try and hold them back. He's good for just the one. Pinged off by the recon, though. That's all but impossible. With the wrong weaponry as well. With this round, G2 would dash the hopes of Sen City. Getting ahead to qualify. QCK's nothing from Loud's jet player on this map. Always looking for more. Aldrome doesn't really... okay! He re-swings that. It just assembled alternately.
And QCK, no matter how hard he's hitting mechanically, he will always be fighting over B main on Icebox. Sometimes it's to his detriment. He's not hitting the shots, but he won't give up. He will still go for it. But on a day like this, where he can't miss that first bullet, you can see the impact that just his self-assuredness, his confidence that it has on the game. So many first kills for
30
Loud.
seconds left.
And now they can just play retake with this Reckoning online. saadhak even gets another.
Impressive.
And, with time low, they're just going to deny it outright.
And there is no chance for G2. Have to fight through this. Wingman down, Icy. Vulnerable as he came through the cove.
This hit to be the likely one to come in, and they'd be right.
That drone's going to be relevant. I want to circle back to it after. Loud here. Playing without any flashes to speak of. That's going to be exposed potentially on this side.
I mean, look at how deep cauanzin is right now. This is ridiculous, but they haven't left A because surely if he's here and the spike isn't going down, they have to still be at A, right? But they've given him so much space and the rest of Loud so much space that they can just rotate all the way over to him.
Lex is in a pivotal position. They're not ready for it. They never seem to be. That results in a trade. G2 grouped up as 3 now, all through orange.
Icy does still have the wingman. cauanzin with great timing.
What a timing. And that means Leaf is up against it. Pistol loss here would be catastrophic for G2 and for EG.
Bot coming back.
And it would be Loud on the precipice of making playoffs. Something that just didn't seem as well.
But no opportunity for Icy to play off contact. cauanzin now wants to creep up.
Now hearing a lot of footsteps. Our G2, Icy with the first leap swings out top as well. Great timings.
Never check it. Icy here. Able to reposition comfortably. Loud whittled down to 3. Do have less they can activate for a late flank through mid, but he'll have to watch out for valyn, who has a similar idea. Timing though. Less is actually up in tube. Something valyn is not prepared for.
Left.
There is an opportunity for Les here to descend. Here's that drop. There is a turret that takes contact here. So he is revealed. Twice. Easy pickings for Trent. Now 2 left for Loud. Making the way up past Yellow. They're quite advanced in their positioning, but valyn made them off. Is that high tide? Okay, this is definitely going to force a full retake setup here for G2. They do, of course, have the Dizzy to play off of once Icy gets here, but he's a long way from the action.
Now getting close is QCK. They're using this wall to their advantage to really dig deep into the site.
All right, counter reckoning here. Coming out from G2. They're going to pick their mark. Try and approach here through screens where cauanzin was waiting for Leaf. This is by no means a short lead for the defenders.
Oh my God.
JonahP is good though. He's able to drop down off rafters and Les has a tough time tangling with him. Up by 410. Wall renewed by the defenders now, and Les doesn't know where to be looking. He gets a stay of execution and turns it into a kill! You can't let him get away with this
The presence being shown from Loud early. They're going to have to contend with the full KJ setup when they get into the site here.
One of the players from Loud got lit on their way in, and QCK lands awkwardly. Might have something to do with the bullets inside of him, but I digress. Hunter's Fury expended now. Louder up and on the side. There's going to be some hot and heavy fighting here up close as they try and push through this cove. Oh, Wingman sees it all! Beautiful setup. But cauanzin is always there for 2. There's a thrash here for Icy though. That quick double has earned him that ultimate. The spike is so far away from Loud though. They're going to need to spelunk to recover it.
Here.
Les pings it. About the approximate location. Asking cauanzin to try and light it up. G2 finds him. Now can Les do it again for the umpteenth time this series?
30 seconds to play
30
with.
seconds left.
Many others I'd say it's not possible, but it's Les! That's 1. Now it's a straight swing. Icy's low. 5 HP left. That's all he's got to work with. And